First things first, how did Jordan Poole drop to the end of the first round in the 2019 NBA draft? And second of all, can he really be the third splash brother behind Steph and of course Klay once he returns? Those are the two questions we're going to focus on here when we're talking about Jordan Poole and his emergence in what is now his third season in the league, from a guy that was in and out of the G League to a guy that's now a starter and a key piece for a potential dark horse in the Golden State Warriors. Jordan Poole is legit. Before we continue, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get the channel up to 700 subs as soon as possible, guys. It will be much appreciated. But without further ado, let's get into this video. Coming into Michigan, Jordan Poole was a 4-star shooting guard that was known for his scoring ability. He didn't start his freshman season, let alone play more than 12 minutes per game, but he did contribute when he did get his opportunity. And for all the people that didn't know who Jordan Poole was up to that point, they definitely knew his name after this shot.
Rifles it right in front of us to Abdul Rahman at midcourt. Extra pass. And it goes for the win! The three-pointer by Jordan Poole! A freshman has won it for the Wolverines!
Poole hitting that game winner in the Sweet 16 of the 2018 NCAA tournament showed me and everyone else that he isn't scared of the big moment and the bright lights are not too bright for him. And the most ironic thing is that in high school, he had a game winner that looked eerily identical to his college game winner. From the same spot, the same falling down while kicking out the leg routine, and everything. Fast forward to Poole's sophomore season at Michigan, he doubled his scoring average as well as his assists as he showed the ability to create more off the dribble as a scorer and as a creator for others. He had really developed in that area because in his freshman season, he was more of just a spot-up guy, a low-usage type of guy. By this point, Poole was a guy that already established himself as one of the best shooters in the country. One thing about this guy's game that I really do enjoy is the swagger and confidence in which he plays with and the way he carries himself on the court. From his high school days all the way to the NBA, you can tell by the way he moves, he has a supreme confidence about himself and his game, and sometimes maybe irrational confidence that affects his shot selection. He did become a very excellent ball handler as he took that part of his game to the next level, making him more efficient overall. He became a better passer as the game slowed down for him significantly, and he also made himself into at least a very good team defender that played the passing lanes. With all that being said, Poole dropped to the end of the first round of the 2019 NBA draft to the Golden State Warriors, of course, who were in the middle of retooling their roster. Looking at all the players that were drafted before Jordan Poole, I can tell you right now that there's definitely not 27 players there that are better than him, but hey, I guess hindsight is 2020. He was assigned to the Warriors G League affiliate, the Santa Cruz Warriors, after playing a couple regular season games. In his first G League game, he scored 23 points, showcasing his efficient scoring ability. In his second game, he dropped 31 points while hitting 5 threes to go along with 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals. Promptly, the main roster called him back up, in large part because of his impressive performance, but also because D'Angelo Russell was missing time due to injury, not to mention Steph being out as well. Before being assigned to the G League, in 29 games and 9 starts, Poole averaged only 7 points a game to go along with 2 rebounds, 2 assists per game on 25% shooting from the field and only 24% from 3. But after Poole returned to the main roster, he averaged 11 points per game to go along with 2 rebounds, 3 assists on 41% from the field and 32% from 3. Yes, those stats aren't too impressive, but it was a huge improvement over the course of the season. This even included a 10-game stretch in which he averaged 16 points, and the consistency was finally starting to click with him, although the three-point shooting he was known for still wasn't there, with him only shooting 27% from deep for the entire season. However, he was one of the few bright spots for the Warriors in that tough season. In his sophomore season, he bumped up his scoring from 8 to 12 points per game, his field goal percentage improved from 33% to 43%, his three-point percentage went from 27% up to 35%, and get this, he played in even less minutes than he did in his rookie season. That was because Steph was back in the lineup from injury, along with Jordan Poole not starting out the season the way the Warriors had hoped, so they sent him down to the G League to gain his confidence back. But as expected, he tore up the G League, and subsequently, the Warriors called him back up, and he responded in a big way, and he really started to become a part of the read and react offensive system the Warriors were very known for. One thing Steve Kerr did a great job of was letting Jordan Poole play his game and be who he is, even though that might come with a couple of mistakes. Kerr deserves a bunch of credit from that aspect when developing his players. He empowers guys to play to their strengths while in a system that will set them up for success. In training camp this season, he even went as far as to say that he's never been more confident in Poole, and he will be a huge part of the franchise moving forward. Kerr also mentioned that he's not hesitating, he's getting to the rim, playing with unbelievable confidence, he's earned that confidence. And those are big time words that any young player would love to hear from their head coach. His most notable game up to date was when he dropped 38 points on the Pelicans last season, a game in which Steph Curry didn't play and Poole had the keys to the offense. He figured out how to really play within the system, and not only that, but used the system to magnify his strengths while working on some of his weaknesses. And the high note he left on at the end of last season has transitioned into the 2021-22 NBA season so far, and as I'm recording this, the Warriors just won their opening night game versus the Lakers, and Poole showed out in a game where Steph did not have a very good shooting game. Poole dropped 20 points on 8 of 18 shooting from the field, 4 of 11 from 3, and he really kept the team afloat in the second and third quarter, while Steph was really struggling getting his shot off, which allowed the Warriors to surge ahead in the fourth quarter and pull out the game. How this season will go for the Warriors is all depending on how Klay looks when he returns from injury, of course, but even if Klay isn't 100% or is struggling to find his rhythm for some reason, Jordan can help pick up some of the slack and keep things going as smoothly as possible. So besides Klay, Poole is the X factor for this team, no doubt. It's very possible for Jordan Poole to be a most improved player of the year candidate this season, as the third year for many guys is when you see them ramp up to extraordinary heights. Kevin Love, Paul George, and CJ McCollum are all guys who've won the award in their third season. Can Jordan Poole be the next guy? Who knows? But to answer those questions I asked in the beginning of the video, how did Jordan Poole drop to 28th in the 2019 draft? I still don't know. Maybe it's because he was like an undersized 2 guard. Maybe it's because some of his inefficiencies. Maybe it's because he wasn't as great defensively. But obviously the Warriors saw the potential in him, and they're reaping the benefits of that right now. And 2, can he really be the third Splash Brother on the Golden State Warriors? The answer is hell yes. Definitely not to the degree of a Steph Curry or Klay Thompson, but he can still be a very, very dangerous shooter for opposing defenses to have to guard on a nightly basis. And like I said, he's in a great system which allows him to succeed at a very high rate. Do y'all think Jordan Poole is going to win Most Improved? If not, who do you think is going to win Most Improved? What do you think Klay is going to look like when he returns? Are the Warriors dark horse contenders if Klay Thompson comes back and he looks like himself, and Jordan Poole is still getting better and better every day, and Draymond's not, horrible from 3? Y'all let me know what y'all think down below about this Warriors team and the Jordan Poole situation. But this is Jimmy from Just the Facts, and I'm signing out. Peace.